What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Cam. Today we're doing another movie review. It is Monday morning. Over the weekend I had a commenter and he's been very passionate and adamant that I get around to watching this movie that he recommended, and I just will start off by saying thank you for your recommendation. This was a great movie. I don't know if it's up my alley, per se. It's not my typical film. It's not, in the entertaining, comedy, drama realm. I guess it could be considered a drama. But it's more of a historical period piece, biopic type of deal. But it's very well done. It is called Sardar Udham. I believe I said that right. And one of the main characters' names is Udham Singh. Udham Singh is one of the main characters' name, and that main actor that plays that character does a tremendous job. The character is a murderer, so he's not necessarily a great guy, but he wasn't necessarily murdering for the worst reasons. I don't know. It's it puts you in an interesting perspective where you either have to stand by the side of a man that did terrible things or stand by a country that did even worse things. So, it definitely puts in his perspective for somebody that's got no stake in the game, that I'm not British, I'm not Indian, so to me, I didn't really have one side or the other, but by the end of the film, I was totally, fuck the Brits. And Brits in real life love you. Fuck. God, controversial. But this movie was good. If you're interested in like historical movies and longer films, period pieces, stuff like this. This was set in like the 1930s, I believe the ending was like 1940 something, maybe 1940. So like it was set a long time ago, and but visually a lot of like the shots in this movie were beautifully done. I would be so curious to know what the budget for something like this was, because they got a lot done with whatever it was. You know what I mean? Like say it was an $8 million budget, they got a whole lot of use out of that money for sure. But out on Amazon Prime right now, an Amazon original movie, Sardar Udham, directed by SHOOJIT. I am so sorry if I'm butchering these names. But yeah, shout out to the makers of this film. Shout out to anyone involved. Shout out to Amazon Prime for putting out a film like this and making it accessible for someone like me over in the States, over in Boston. Shout out to my Massachusetts, Boston people. Shout out to my Indian people, my commenters all over the world. I've had people send love from Germany, send love from India, all over the place. And each one of you that watches this, I really appreciate each and every single one of you. You guys are more my family than you guys could ever know. You guys support me every day more than anyone close to me does. For real. So I appreciate everyone that watches, anyone that has ever dropped a comment, a like, has ever shared the video with a buddy. Each and every single one of you mean the world to me, and thank you for this commenter. I wanted to, he was like, could you do it over the weekend? And I already had stuff planned, so I was like, alright, I'll watch it over the weekend and get the video out first thing Monday morning. Normally this is when my Comically Bostons come out. Don't worry, that will be out later today. Once I go to work and get home, I'll edit it, and then that will be coming out as well. So stay tuned. Overall, I gave this film about 3 out of 5 stars. And all of those stars go to quality of film, the filmmaking, the visuals, the storytelling. The only deductions I'd really give it for is its length. It's like 2 hours and 40 friggin' minutes, and it could have probably been cut way down, it could have been like 2 hours and it would have been a solid bam movie, but instead it just felt very long. But me and this commenter were just talking the other day how most of these James Bond movies that I've been watching, they're great, but at one point throughout the Bond movie, there's a point where it just slows down and seems like it comes to a screeching halt, and that shit can get real annoying. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the Bond movies dump all their money into like 2 giant stunts, and then everything in between's just kind of like a corridor, a bar, something. He's just standing there having like a drink or something, like a hotel room, you know, like, I don't know. It seems like, I don't know, the Bonds, I like the Bonds, but I don't know if I like them more than, say, like, a Bourne or a John Wick, you know, like, the John Wicks are very well done, but also very different, you know. The Bournes are just classic Jason Bourne, you know, but I don't know if I like these Daniel Craig ones better than the Pierce Brosnan. I guess the time will tell, and we'll get to it eventually. All movies shall be reviewed at some point on this channel. I already have hundreds of movies. I think it's like 300 something plus movie reviews on the channel now. Go see if you've seen any of those films. And if you want to see more Comically Bostons, those are coming out on Monday. There will be bonus episodes coming out this week on Wednesday and Thursday, or maybe day after the show comes out, so maybe Thursday and Friday. For Agatha All Along, episode breakdowns coming soon, and the Penguin series on HBO Max, or just Max, an HBO original Penguin series following the Batman movie from Matt Reeves, following Colin Farrell's The Penguin. Can't wait for that. Agatha Harkness and Agatha All Along, Catherine Hahn playing her. Can't wait for that. So stay tuned for episode breakdowns, more Comically Bostons, more movie reviews, all coming your way this week. Some great movie reviews I watched over the weekend. Stay tuned, y'all, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.